What's going on, everybody? I hope you had a great weekend and you're enjoying your Monday morning so far. This is NYG Jeffy T 85 here, and I'm still not happy after what happened yesterday. I'm not. I know. I know. The Giants weren't supposed to win. It was odds against them. The Eagles were just a hell of a lot better. I get it. We've heard the noise. Yada, yada, yada. It doesn't matter. This football team got absolutely embarrassed in front of their own home crowd at MetLife Stadium against their bitter division rivals, 48-22, and it wasn't even that close. I mean, you want to just talk about a game that was in every way, shape, or form just a lack of effort, a lack of fundamentals, a lack of self-awareness, a lack of everything out there on this football field. It was an absolute disaster in every single way. This was a horrendous performance by the New York Giants. Offensively, they couldn't run the football. They barely could pass the football. They couldn't protect. They couldn't run block. Defensively, they couldn't stop the run. They couldn't stop the pass. They couldn't get a consistent pass rush. Special teams, they couldn't even kick a football. They couldn't stop they couldn't do anything on kick coverage and punt coverage. They couldn't coach. They couldn't make any in-game adjustments. This team could not do anything right yesterday. Whether it's Julian Love pretending he's a matador and pretty much going right by Devontae Smith on a 4th and 7. Whether it's Jamie Gillen who can't catch a damn punt and he decides to try to rugby it when he didn't know that's the rules. You can't rugby a kick. Once you touch it the first time and you fumble it, you can't touch it again, and that's illegal touching or illegal kicking. Whether it's the entire offensive line who could not stop anybody. They couldn't stop me from rushing the passer against Daniel Jones. Whether it's Saquon Barkley, Matt Breida, Daniel Jones, Gary Brightwell, whoever it is, they couldn't run the football. Whether it's the entire defense that could not stop the run. What were some of the keys that I said in my preview? Run the football. I don't even think we ran for 50 yards. I'm sorry, we probably did run for 50 yards. I don't even care at this point. Oh, I'm sorry. We ran for 123 yards. Yip-de-doo-dah day. You know why? Because our backup quarterback came in and he got most of that yardage in the fourth quarter, halfway through the fourth quarter. I said, run the football. And we didn't run the football to save our lives. I said, stop the run. We gave up 253 yards rushing. I said, special teams. Jamie Gillen's fumbling the football. We gave up 2 big returns to Boston Scott. And if it wasn't for Ellison Smith blocking a kick that almost got turned into a first down by the kicker who got injured on that play. The punter, I mean. This is just, it's absolutely mind-boggling. It's mind-boggling how bad this team was yesterday. And they didn't look like they made any in-game coaching decision or updates or anything. They did not look like they didn't make any in-game adjustments with their coaching. This was a disaster on epic proportions. And I'm not happy about it. Even though we didn't have a chance in hell, yeah, I get it. I don't care. You got embarrassed in front of your own home fans in your own home stadium to your bitter NFC East rivals. I don't care how good they are. At least put up a better effort than you did. 48 points, that's a disgrace. That is a disgrace of a performance by the New York Giants. And this team is starting to trend down and trend down hard. This football team has looked like an absolute different football team since that loss to Detroit. It just seems like this team is trending down and further since that loss. I'm very aggravated. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. I'm very aggravated as a Giants fan. This was a type of performance that really could just deject an entire team. And I'm not going to go into Washington thinking that we're going to just steamroll that football team because it's Washington and we handle them well. No. I'm not going to fanboy. I'm not going to pom-poms. I'm not going to, support the troops. Be like, rah, rah, go Giants. We can beat anybody. No. I'm coming back down to reality. This football team is showing their flaws now. This Giants team has got some serious weaknesses. And I don't care if Leonard Williams, Adoree Jackson, and Xavier McKinney were out there. It still wouldn't have made a difference. This Eagles team was just way better overall than our team. Talent-wise, coaching-wise, preparation-wise, everything. The Eagles pretty much out-coached, outplayed, out-skilled, out-talented, everything. They out-everything against the Giants. The offense was abysmal. The defense was abysmal. The special teams was abysmal. The coaching was abysmal. The quarterback wasn't great. The running game was horrendous. The run defense was pathetic. The pass defense was bad. The passing was bad. The punting was horrendous. The punt coverage, the kick coverage, the return game, everything was horrendous. And I don't give a crap if it's the 12-1 Eagles or the 1-12 Eagles. Put up better effort than you did. This is the first time all season I'm actually legit aggravated with this football team. Legit, really aggravated because of the lack of effort. And I'm not going to be blinded thinking because we're playing against the Washington Commanders that we're all of a sudden just going to go in there and stomp them. No. Because right now I'm not liking what I'm seeing from this football team. I'm not. And even if Xavier McKinney and Leonard Williams and Adoree Jackson all return, are they really going to be in tip-top shape coming back after missing all that time? And I'm not even guaranteeing they're coming back. Now, can the Giants beat the Commanders? Absolutely. They tied them, for Christ's sakes, earlier on. But I am not foolish enough to believe just because the Giants have had the Commanders' number in the past, we're just going to go in there, waltz in, and beat the Commanders because of past laurels. No. The Commanders team has got some serious talent, too, that I'm not overlooking. Whether it's their wide receiver core, that we wish we could have any one of their wide receivers and they'd be a number one on our team. Hell, even De'Ami Brown would be the number one receiver on this Giants team. You got Terry McLaurin, Jahan Dotson, De'Ami Brown, Brian Robinson, Antonio Gibson, Curtis Samuel, Logan Thomas, Antonio. You have all those guys staring right at you in the face. Both teams, the Giants and the Commanders, are strong in terms of their pass rush. That's the one small positive I can take out of this loss. This beatdown. Was the pass rush. Azeez Ojulari looks like he's coming back into form. He's been great since he's come back off injury. Thibodeau, while he didn't record anything on the stat sheet, this is probably his worst game in the past few. Still. Dexter Lawrence, got to have more from you, big guy. The linebacking core is a disaster. Plain and simple. Jalen Smith, Tay Crowder. Not going to go too crazy on Michael McFadden. He's a rookie. But still, you got to play better too. I've been a big fan of Julian Love all season, but yesterday that missed tackle was a big one, and you could not have done that. That was, even if you think, you go for that, you don't go for the football. You make the tackle, and you prevent Devontae Smith from going for a touchdown. And I'm happy at least he owned up to it, but that was a big play that he missed. Make the tackle, make the hit. The cornerbacks are clearly a major weakness now. And even if Adoree Jackson comes back, I still don't believe we are stopping that passing game. And I don't want to hear any more arguments about Jalen Hurts and Daniel Jones on the same level. They're not. Jalen Hurts is better. He is. He's better. And Saquon Barkley, you got to play on the field and you got to give us more. And I get it, you're managing your reps. I understand. I want you to be healthy. A neck injury is nothing to screw around with, but still, you are on the football field. You got to give us more. Same with the rest of the running back group. Matt Breida, you're a third down back. I don't want to see you anymore being used as a primary runner. I would rather put you as a receiver than I would as a running back. You're too small. You get bottled up too much. You can't break away on the outside. I want Breida to be more of a receiving running back than he is a rusher. And I want to see more Gary Brightwell. And the offensive line, the offensive line was absolutely pathetic. Every single time, there felt like an Eagles pass rusher was in the backfield, sacking and harassing Daniel Jones, hitting him, sacking him, whatever it was. Doesn't matter who was out there. Evan Neal was not good yesterday. Glowinski, bench him already. Please, get him off the football field. Feliciano, I've had enough of him too. Nick Gates, put him back at center. He's not a guard. And even Andrew Thomas struggled at times during that game. The offensive line was horrendous. And Daniel Jones wasn't great, but what the hell can the guy do when he's pretty much on his ass the entire time because the offensive line couldn't protect me from pass rushing? This was an absolute embarrassment, an abomination, a disgrace, a horrendous effort, a horrendous game, a horrendous coached, horrendous everything under the sun New York Giants game yesterday. And the biggest insult of all is you had Philadelphia Eagles fans dancing, singing, and chanting MVP for Jalen Hurts in your own damn stadium. If that's not a wake-up call, I don't know what is. The Giants have put together some of the worst efforts in this little losing streak they've had at home. At home. When we are actually establishing ourselves a little bit of a home field advantage, you put together that garbage. You better look in the mirror after the performance today. This was disgusting. This was horrendous. This was absolutely beyond abysmal of a New York Giants performance today. This is embarrassing. And we can beat the Commanders. Yes. We match up better against the Commanders than we do against the Eagles. I think we do have some things that we could do to take advantage of them. Sure, getting back some of our injured players will help. But I am not going into this game like it's going to be a cakewalk. I am not going into this game thinking that we're just going to steamroll the Commanders because we have played well against them in the past. Guess what? This isn't the past anymore. This is the present day. And this is going to be a damn big fight in the NFC East on Sunday Night Football this Sunday. And the Giants better come out and play their best game of the damn season, turnover-free, little penalties, if not none, executing on offense, passing the football, running the football better, stopping the run, playing better against the pass, doing better on special teams, kick coverage, punt coverage, kick return, punt return, punting, kicking, coaching, running the football, passing the football, protection, everything. It better be on point. Because if we play the football that we have the past few weeks, we are not winning that football game. We are not. So while we're getting healthier, so are they. While we think this is a must-win game, so do they. While we think that this is our season, guess what? It's the same thing with them too. The Giants have got to play much better football than they did. If you're going to give up over 200 yards rushing to your opposing team, you're not winning. If you're going to only rush the football before Tyrod Taylor came in for under 100 yards, you're not winning. If you're only going to pass the football a certain amount of times, you're not winning. If you can't get a pass rush against Taylor Heineke and make him uncomfortable, you're not winning. I hope this was a wake-up call for the Giants. And I hope this is a wake-up call to the delusional fan base that the Giants are sometimes. I'm not being delusional anymore. I've come back down to reality and realized this team is still a decent team, but they're nowhere as good as we thought. The talent is just not there. And while I'm happy with the season, 7-5-1, sure, I wish it was better, but at the same time, this team is on a downward spiral. And this team has got a lot of work to try to get things better and right the ship before it's too late. The Detroit Lions are surging right now in the NFC. Watch out for them. They have the tiebreaker on us. The Seattle Seahawks, even though they lost yesterday, they have the tiebreaker on us. And if Washington beats us, guess what? They have the tiebreaker on us too. You want to make the playoffs, New York? Take care of your own business. Take care of your own business. It doesn't matter what all these other football teams are doing right now. You take care of your own. Go out there and beat the teams you're supposed to beat and you think you could beat. Go out there on Sunday Night Football. Everybody bitches and complains that we don't play well in primetime. Daniel Jones doesn't play well. The Giants don't play well. Go out there and shut all those media pundits and all those fans up, including myself. Go out there and play the game of the season. This is it. This is our season. You want to be respected? You want to go out there and be respected by the media, by the pundits, if you even care? Go out there and beat Washington in FedEx Field on the road. As for this past game against Philly, team did nothing right. Regroup and get ready for a big-time matchup against the Commanders on Sunday Night Football. That's my Giant Blue recap for today. Hit the like button if you enjoyed the content. Sub up if you enjoy the content. Leave your comment below on how you felt about the disgrace of a football game yesterday. And everybody have a great rest of your Monday. Go Giants.